as we all know, next week is finals week. I know we're not all really looking forward to it, but it comes around every year. So we as students have finally come to the realization it's time we start studying. We've kind of been playing around all year, but it's time to get serious. So let's say myself and my 5 contestants after this event decide, hey, let's head over to the library. We got our common exams coming up. I know mine's Monday night. I don't know when y'all's is. But we need to start prepping because we haven't really been doing it. We've been working on our speeches, got over the actual material. So we get to the library, we enter it on the 4th floor, we kind of do a little bit of snooping around. There's not a table available. We go to the 5th floor, we walk around, oh my gosh. Y'all, there's a 1 person sitting on a 4-person table. How? It drives me crazy. But there's still no tables available because that 1 person's taking it up. So then we go to the 6th floor, we make our loop around, still no tables. So we make our way down, 3rd, 2nd, 1st floor, same thing. By the time it's all said and done, we've spent 10, 20 minutes finding 1 table to study at. Guys, this is not acceptable. We as college students are great faculty, staff, administration, should be able to go into the library anytime we want, use its resources, find a place to study, and be good to go. But we are increasingly finding this is not the case. For this reason, I then believe that our N. Cooper Library, our main library on this campus, should be both updated and renovated. So, due to contact I had with the libraries, the great Fred Owens, who's kind of head of our statistical data at the libraries, I was able to find out that a total of 1.3 million people entered the library the last fiscal year. Of those people, a total of 5.4% actually checked out materials. Now, realize this material is not just textbooks, they're not just books, this includes technology, which I would imagine there's a great deal of students checking out technology. This includes Xboxes, PlayStations, GoPros, other cameras, all these options available to us. But only 5.4% of our students are checking them out. So what is that other almost 95% doing with their time? I think it's a safe bet to assume that they're studying. Our library also contains a total of 1.3 million print volume books. I was able to obtain this information off the Association of Southern Research Libraries website. And out of those 1.3 million books, only 136,000 were checked out last year. So only 10% of the books that we store in our libraries are being checked out. So, recap, only 5.4 are checking out books percent, and only 10% of the books we do have are being checked out. In contrast, our library has a total of 11 different study rooms. I know probably a lot of us have taken advantage of these study rooms before, because just this year alone, we've had a total of 14,000 unique bookings in our study rooms. 11 rooms, 14,000 bookings. Stark contrast. So what does this information tell us? Students are studying, they're not necessarily going to the library to check out the books. Based on an article by Surviving Colleges on US Today's website, 5 reasons you should form a finals studying group now. We have learned that there are many advantages to studying in groups. We as students know that. We see an increasing group or formation of groups towards final weeks as we kind of realize, hey, I didn't go to this class here, didn't go here, I need that information from you. But we don't necessarily have the space to be doing this. It is also important to know, one of the things that we preach here at Clemson is for students to properly manage their time. If you have been to the Academic Success Center, we know that they have programs specifically, whose specific purpose is to teach us about our time management. But if you're a student, you're spending 10 to 20 minutes, 3 days a week over a course of, I don't know, 15 weeks. Over time, your 8 semesters here at Clemson, that actually adds up to over 2 days of your time here at Clemson looking for a place to study. Again, this is unacceptable. We as a university are also making a push to bring students to campus. We have the new building for campus, we have Dallas Hills being built, and we're also simply just enrolling more students. We will also be bringing the bridge students to campus, a total of 800 new students. So over the course of the next years, we're looking to add over 1,000 students to our campus who will be living on campus. Where will these students want to go? They'll want to go to the library to study. But if we're already cramped as it is now, how is that supposed to work out? For this reason, I believe it is very important that we both update and renovate our library. But how do we do this? So, like I said, we have a lot of books that are not being used right now, and there's a couple of different ways we can go about increasing the amount of study space that we have. The first would be to move out books. Now, you're kind of saying this is kind of taboo. Why would you move books out of a library? The point of a library is to have books in it. Yes, I know, but we're only checking out 10% of the books we have, and only 5.4% are checking them out. So where can we move these books to? I mean, they're supposed to be stored in the library. Well, Clemson has multiple different libraries on this campus. We're a lot smaller than the Cooper Library. There's actually one here in Strom, there's one in Tillman, there's another one somewhere else. But we also have Serene actually will be opening up soon. Not necessarily, oh, it's open, yes, but the study space and the space, classroom space, is about to be empty. Within the next year or so, we will be tearing down Clemson House, and then over the course of the next couple years, we'll be building a new business college. So, Serene has a total of over 4 acres of classroom space in it. It's our largest academic building. Why not move some of the books and some of the materials that are not being used in the library now to Serene? Also, I would then like to see new furniture brought in. Currently, our furniture is not adequate to support our student body. It's not working, so we'll move on. And so I'd like to see new furniture brought in, which can accommodate what the current student population. There's a current library here at NC State University, the James B. Hunt Library. Thank you. The James B. Hunt Library is considered to be, according to an article on Business Insider, to be one of the top public university libraries in the country. NC State is also one of our top competitors. They're also engineering school. They're located just a short distance away in North Carolina. I want you to look real quick at what you see when you enter NC State's library. This space, it's very attractive. I guess is the best way to say it. It's very attractive. And as we bring students into our library, they'll see the very cluttered 4th floor, the 5th floor, everything's taking up space. But imagine if they walk in and saw this. The textbooks at NC State are laid out in a way that allows not just for them to take up space like they do in our library, but they're in bookcases and bookshelves that are very ergonomical. They kind of flow with how the library is formatted. They have books along the walls, they're in bookcases such as these, and there's plenty of study space. I would like to see Clemson kind of move towards a format and layout similar to NC State's. There are other libraries currently right now who are doing the same thing. Believe it or not, according to an article I read in the Triangle Business Insider, the New York Public Library actually is rearranging its layout to match NC State's. Now, I realize that we don't necessarily have the money, nor the time, nor really the space if you think about Cooper Library, to have this huge renovation to expand and blow out walls and spend all the money that comes along with a library that's just been built 2 years ago. But I believe my plan allows us to kind of maneuver around it and have an alternative method to it. The last renovation that took place in our library was the addition of the Adobe Digital Studio. And one of the largest points that came with this renovation was the noise construction associated with it. However, with my renovation plan, there is little to no construction. Everything can be done over a summer. It's simple, move in, move out. And if we run across any construction that needs to be done, it should be very quick and very simple. I firmly believe that the current layout format of our Cooper Library does not meet the needs of our students. It is very important that we have a space on campus where students can go, they can spend a little amount of time finding the space that they need to study and have that time to study. By this plan, by changing the layout, having a more open floor plan, we allow for our students to go into an area and have this. We create a more attractive library, which will bring in new students, and we will just make our students feel more welcome. Thank you.